Hello, it is Direct Mail Monday, October 30th, 2017. Steve Sipress here, back home in my home office after a week away. And I don't know if you did or if you did as much as I did, but I really missed the rhino of the day because I wasn't going to pack all kinds of rhinos for the trip. But now we're back to rhino of the day. And today, being that is the eve of Halloween. So Halloween Eve, I have on my special Halloween rhino. So there he is, cute little Halloween rhino dressed up like a mummy and carrying his little trick-or-treat bag. So there he goes, trick-or-treating away, Mr. Little Rhino on Halloween Eve. And I think somewhere out there, some kids are trick-or-treating today, and I know a lot of adults had the Halloween parties over the weekend. I saw all kinds of photos on Facebook, or people posted them, or actually a location I was in yesterday, the Gaylord Resorts and Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. They had the whole weekend was all this Halloween-themed kids running around in costumes, and they had Find the Magic Pumpkin and get a prize and all that kind of stuff. So let's get right to it. Direct Mail Monday. I'm back home, and while I was out, got a bunch of direct mail, and a few of them I have picked out for our purpose of our video today. And just like you, I have no idea what's in. I have an idea, but I haven't seen exactly what's in here yet. They're all sealed. All arrived in the past week. I have my trusty Rhino letter opener, and so same time as you are, I'm going to see what's in here. So the first one is from AARP. Now, Chad Powers is here, and Lincoln is here. Good to see you. And does anyone know what AARP means? Trick question. See, the company used to be called the American Association of Retired People, or whatever, but they changed the name years ago to AARP, similar to KFC. Used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken, changed the name to KFC, so actually, technically, the name is AARP because they're like, hey, we don't cater to retired people. It's 50 and up. In fact, like in our household, only one member of the household needs to be over 50, and the spouse can be less than 50. I'm 5 years older than my beautiful wife, Michelle, so when I qualified for ARP, she was in it and wasn't 50. Certainly neither one of us retired. I don't picture myself ever retiring, in fact. And however, here's the deal with AARP. Our renewal, we're up for renewal. And I think I saw, because I've been getting a bunch of these, and I've shared some with you, I am going to string it out as long as possible, these guys, to see what they send me to get me to renew, and how more and more persuasive or desperate or whatever you want to call it they get as it gets closer to the deadline. So far, I know they sent early on, hey, it's time to renew. And then it came, hey, you really got to renew, watch out. And then it came, hey, if you renew, we'll give you a tote bag or something else we'll throw in. And so it continues. And plus, it's a multi-step, multimedia campaign, which if you're a regular here on Direct Mail Monday or any of my trainings or teachings anywhere, my blog, my podcast, my seminars in person, online, anywhere, I'm always teaching a multi-step, multimedia approach. That means multiple steps. They didn't just send out one letter and, hey, renew, and if people didn't, they go, oh, well, lost a member. It's crazy. What are you doing? So even though their annual membership is only $16, they're going to spend $16 getting me to renew. And that's another lesson for another day, because they have what's known as the back end, other ways of making money of somebody being a member. And so I'm going to string it out as long as I can. The second reason I'm going to string it out is somebody told me, I haven't checked it out yet, and I really don't pay attention. They send a magazine, and I don't really pay attention to what they do, but somebody told me, oh, they are a leftist organization. Now, for one thing, I do remember that they were in favor of Obamacare, the single worst piece of legislation of all time, which now our chicken Congress is afraid to, for whatever reason, because they want to get reelected or something, because people, that don't understand it think it's good. And so they won't repeal the darn thing, like get rid of it. But ARP, of course, they're in favor, and doesn't mean they're leftist, radical like Obama. It means that they wanted more people to have to buy insurance. They're an insurance company. AARP is not a membership advocating for seniors like you think it is. It's an insurance company. They make a lot of money on insurance. I hinted at it before, talking about the back end. So it might be something different, but let's see what it is. And as always, I got to put on the glasses here. Do you remember? Oh, there it is. So right at the top. So here's the thing. On the outside of the envelope, So it's a window envelope with our name and address in it, and then it says, AARP requests your prompt response to the notice enclosed. Thank you. Ooh, ah. So in other words, it doesn't telegraph this is yet another membership renewal request that I've ignored in emails, in letters, postcard. They probably called on the phone. I mean, multimedia, multi-steps. So they're like, hey, if we say it's time to renew, this guy ain't paying attention. So let's make it seem like this could be a bill. You know, it has the language you would have on a bill. Maybe that's what you send out on your bills from your company. AARP requests your prompt response to the notice enclosed. Thank you. So they don't say it's a bill. Of course, you don't want to lie to your clients, but you want to use what's known as a trigger, in this case, which is a psychological trigger to get people to think, hey, I've seen this before. This is a bill. Yeah, prompt response. I've got to pay my bills. I don't want my credit being dinged, and what I got to open this up. So nice approach. And of course, I had an idea that I was on to them there. And so there it is, right at the top. Your membership is close to expiring. Please respond today. Thank you. And then it's from JCJ, as if I'm all familiar with JCJ and who that is. Oh, there it is. It's Joanne C. Jenkins, Chief Executive Officer. Still not familiar. Still have no idea. And when the next one comes, if it says, hey, this is JCJ, a month from now or even tomorrow, I won't remember at all. And so there it is. And it's got the letter. And by the way, it does keep saying, so, you know, prompt response required on the envelope. Not going to get it out of the trash again. We remember that one. And here it says it's close to expiring. Then in the first line, it says it will expire soon. So again, you know, words matter, and you can convey a feeling of urgency even when there really is none. I believe that I'm months away from it expiring. I think it expires in December or something. So it's soon to them, and it could be soon to somebody, not soon to me. In fact, I have lots of bills I'll be paying between now and whenever this expires. I'll be paying probably 2 electric bills and 2 water bills and 2 light bills and 2 bills for the bug guy, the pool guy, the TV, the internet, the phone, the whatever. Come on now. So not soon to me. Soon is like, hey, this week. But anyway, but you want to use that language. And so, return the renewal form. It's very important we hear from you. And then they give me the excuse that I'm looking for. So they let me save face by saying in these busy times, it's easy to overlook a small slip of paper like your renewal form. So they'll let me know, hey, you know, we understand they're not, coming at me yet. So not coming at me yet. So we're going to wait and see what they send me next, where they really say, hey, you're about to lose X, Y, Z, A, B, C, all these benefits. I don't even see anything on here that says, all it says is we need your support. We help support this. We help support that. Here are just a few. These are just a few of the benefits you'll be missing out on. Oh, I guess these bullet points. Oh, yeah, the magazine that I never look at. I look at the cover. That's about it. Save at car rental companies and hundreds of hotels and motels. Didn't even think of it. I just traveled for a week, and I didn't even realize maybe I could have gotten a discount. I can apply for endorsed auto, homeowners, dental, life insurance, prescription drug discounts. Yeah, they're an insurance company. Of course, they want that. And I can connect with other members and help my community by volunteering with a local AARP chapter. That's what they call a benefit. Again, really smart. List something that's, of course, in the interest of AARP as if it's in the interest of me. Hey, look, here's a benefit I get. I get to help a local AARP chapter. Anyway, not persuasive enough. They got the self-addressed. Oh, you don't even have the stamped envelope. Place the stamp here. Dude, see you. Renew now to continue your membership benefits. Oh, there's the renewal. I mean, come on now. Look at $16. 5 years for $63. Whatever that is, it's $12.50 or $12.60 or something. So come on now. Oh, there it is. Expires December 17. I was correct from one of the earlier mailings. I remember that. Expires December. Nowhere near expiry. And watch, if you follow along my videos, you will see that when it expires, they'll continue. After it expires, they'll continue to send me notices. Hey, you can still re-up. You can still rejoin. We want you back. All that kind of stuff. So let's see how that goes. In the meantime, I will check out how left or right-leaning they are, because I'm not interested really in supporting lobbying efforts on behalf of anti-business anti-American, America's broke. So anything that wants to keep America broke instead of get America back on track financially is really good, but not right now. Oops, I'm opening this up without talking about the envelope. Okay, next we have, which I believe, and now I open it up so I saw it, but I recognize the motif. This is another important point. I recognize this camouflage outline on here coming from GKIC. That's one of the events I was at last week, for their boot camp. This camouflage was started as the motif for the whole thing by Bill Glazer, who was the former owner of the thing, the founder of it. The first and the only one that Bill actually ran himself was in Chicago. I put about 170 people in the room out of the 200 something. It was a great event. We had a lot of fun. And I have a few lessons from that I'll save for another time. But he started out with the letter with a little toy soldier in it. So you had what's called lumpy mail. You had to open it to see what's that in there, a little toy soldier, the camouflage. That's been the theme. So I had a feeling this is about an upcoming boot camp from GKIC. And sure enough, you open it up, and there it is, the golden ticket to the boot camp. So I think it said on the outside, open immediately. Your ticket's enclosed. You want to put stuff like that on your envelopes, folks, and you want to enclose tickets if you're having an event, physical tickets, even though nowadays, of course, first of all, I don't know if I think it's free, so I think they'd take anybody that walked up. But you want people to register, and you want to give physical tickets. People receive, how about you? When you receive physical tickets, you feel more compelled to go. Like if somebody says, hey, do you want to go to the ball game? You say, yeah, sure. But if they say, here are the tickets, well, now, I got to go. I can't let these go to wait. These are tickets. These are physical tickets. So here I have a staple to the top of the letter. I have my golden ticket to the boot camp for you and a guest. But you still have to sign up now. So I still have to go to the website and gkic.com/bootcamp. Very smart. And I must register for the event to reserve my seat. And then here's some bullet points, what I'll discover. Here are the dates. There's one in Atlanta, one in December, one in Orlando in March. Neither one anywhere near me. However, if I'm smart and I'm really aggressive and want to grow my business, of course I'll fly somewhere in order to learn how to do it. And then you see each page of the sales letter. It looks to me like an 8-page sales letter, which we know is 2 11 by 17 pages folded in the middle. All has the outline of the camouflage. Tough to see on the screen there, but take my word for it. It's all army green color for the headline and the arrow and the call-out box. And then you got the camouflage around the outside, more call-out boxes, all the subheads. Boot camp implementation workbook, and you see again the camouflage motif there for the workbook. And so boot gives the feeling of boot camp. Okay, there you go. So boot camp, and I've gotten stuff before, and I'll get some more stuff from them up. And here's the sign-up sheet. Look at that. Registration 97 is X'd out, free. Who knew? So they, and that's something you want to do to make people understand there's value here. It's not just free. It's normally 97, but you get it free. And then tells you all the benefits are coming, and again has the camouflage motif and the boot camp 5-star general type of logo there. You see all the stars looking like a sergeant's, like a sleeve insignia for the Army. Okay, next, again, multiple steps here. This one is from James Malinchak. Now, this guy, amazing. I had him speak 4 times at my events, so I know what I've promoted him, and I've seen him promote himself like crazy. James will tell you, he sends out 50,000 pieces of direct mail for every one of his seminars. Again, it's a boot camp for everyone, but he doesn't have the Army motif, but he calls it the boot camp. And it is the world's #1 speaker training. And I was at a private mastermind session with James I was invited to in his hometown of Las Vegas about a month ago. I flew up for the day for that. It was in a room for a few people with James. Anytime you get invited to that stuff, any mastermind group, you got to go. And James said, he said it before, but he seemed pretty serious this time. This is going to be his last one. He runs them quarterly for about the last 10 years or so, or maybe longer, maybe 11 or 12 years. And so he, as usual, he's got all kinds of celebrities here. And I can see this is what's known as a self-mailer, okay? So it's tab. It's got these 2 round sticker pieces that stick on and close off the Just the plain, again, 11 by 17, folded in half. Actually, this one, look at that, folded in thirds. So this is not 11 by 17. This is 11 by 25 and a half, or whatever it is, 3 pages. Folded in thirds, and then folded in half, and then the 2 tabs are put on so it doesn't get stuck in the machine's post office will bark at you if you don't do that. But check with your local postmaster whenever you do direct mail. Bring them a piece, see what they say. Before you go printing up 5, 10, 20, or like James, 50,000 of them, like you might want to bring one to your local postmaster or your post office and make sure he's okaying to mail that. Now, here's a little insider tip, a little bonus tip, is if he says no, what do? You drive a few miles and you go to another post office, another postmaster, and you get better at your persuasion skills and see if he says yes, that he'll mail it. But if not, if they all say, oh, absolutely not, or whatever, then you got to make some changes. Anyway, James not only sends out all the direct mail, he himself hand addresses all of it. So for privacy, I've crossed out our home address, but that's James's handwriting. And when you see, you'll get postcards, you'll see stuff from James. That is James's handwriting, and James will sit there and will personally, and there's a live stamp. So there's a real live stamp on here. Where is it? There it is. This is a raised stamp. Okay, I can pull it off and show you. That's a real stamp on there. Okay, so it's coming off. And that is real hand address from James. That has an effect, even though it's a self-mailer. I'm already opening it, but man, I feel that even if I don't I know James. I know that's his handwriting. But if I didn't, at least somebody hand addressed it. Wow, they really cared. And plus, it's full color and it's real busy. You see, he knows that white space doesn't sell. Like nobody. It doesn't make any sense for you to mail out direct mail or anything else and waste the space by having any blank space. Okay, you don't see big margins on here. Okay, right to the bleed, it's known as, right to the edge, with as much copy as you can put on there. Lots of people put an event and they put one big photo of people in it or something. He's got that. He's got the photo of people in it, but look what else he's got. He's got a starburst over it here with the dates. He's got a copy doodle here, handwritten thing. Copydoodles.com, by the way, is where you want to go. My friend Mike Capuzzi invented that, where you can either download ones that are pre-done or make your own. You can even get them made in your own handwriting, and you can get all kinds of other things done there. So sharp marketers use that stuff. You see these arrows and this handwritten register now. And so then you see all the celebrities he has there, which are celebrities in the niche that he's looking to attract, speakers or aspiring speakers. So these are people who are speakers or would be known, or celebrities, people that speakers and aspiring speakers would want to meet. Lisa Gibbons, who won Celebrity Apprentice, Emmy award-winning TV and radio host, amazing entrepreneur. Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul over there. Always get these camera things backwards here. Who else? Joe Theismann, great speaker and world champion Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl ring on there. John Ossoff from The Secret, another well-known speaker. Jeff Hoffman, co-founder of Priceline.com. Kevin Harrington, original shark from the Shark Tank and inventor of the infomercial. Russell Brunson, founder of ClickFunnels. Funny to see Russell because we've been friends for 10 years. But there he is, a celebrity up with the rest of them. Rudy Rudiger. You know who that is? From the movie Rudy, from Notre Dame. There's Rudy. Oh, over here, Rudy. And last one over there, Patty Aubrey. Never heard of her, but let's see. She's president of Jack Canfield's companies and Chicken Soup for the Soul. Managed the publication of 230-plus book titles. So you have Jack Canfield and the president of his companies over there. Very nice. And then he's got all kinds of other things going on. In fact, he will tell you in here. And then he's got more stuff here. John Spencer Ellis, founder of Nesta, International Fitness Association. Kayla Maddox, I don't know if you heard of him, 15-year-old who's written 4 books. Videos get millions of views a month. Already made over 6 figures in the past year. How I made $100,000 by age 14. Always great, inspirational type of speakers that Tony Robbins has him on his stage, in front of adults, because after he speaks, that James can just look out at the crowd and all of us and go, what's your problem? How are you not getting things done? Kid's 16 now, but he was 14, made his first 6 figures. Kevin Eastman, NBA coach with the Boston Celtics and the LA Clippers VP of basketball operations now. James Malinchak, if you know, was a college basketball player. So he has, and he was #1 college speaker in the country. So he's got lots of connections there. So on and on and on. Lots of testimonials from the celebrities that have been there before, from attendees, what you're going to get, what you're going to learn. Look at all the space being used. Beautiful, using every centimeter of space on here. Beautiful. And a fantastic URL. It doesn't say James Malinchak /event. Not to put it down, but like GKIC did, GKIC/bootcamp. For another $8, go register a new URL. Come on now. James has freevipguest.com. Boy, that hammers the point home. I will be a free VIP guest at the event if I go to that website. Beautifully done. And there's a reason James makes millions of dollars a year and has for years, and is respected all throughout the world, and teaches speaking, blah, 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 blah. Les Brown, well, I've had my event, an evening with Les Brown, says if you want to make big money, James is the master and no one teaches it better. James is the best in the industry. And, of course, it's called the Big Money Speaker Bootcamp. Registered. He is the Big Money Speaker. Where's it? Over there, little R. So the Big Money Speaker has a testimonial from Les Brown, who knows how to give testimonials. Another tip for another day: get people, coach them if you need to give great testimonials. Where he says, if you want to make big money, so he reinforces James's title. And it's November 30th, so we got a month to go. I'll be getting a few more pieces that maybe I'll share with you. And then our final piece of the day is a new one that I haven't seen before, but that's because it's from a client of mine. Okay, this is from Neil Christensen. His company is called Email Splat. And look at that. He's even not only the live stamp, he's put a couple of pumpkin Halloween-themed stamps on there. Very smart. And so let's see what we got from Neil. Am I getting something in the middle of a campaign? This is the beginning of the campaign. Is it a campaign, or is it just a one-time thing? What's it all about? I mean, I have a little idea because it's a client of mine, and so what we've been talking about, but let's see. So first of all, I love the fact that it's an oversized, strange size envelope. Does this thing stick out or what? This doesn't just line up with your bills and your regular. Nobody gets a lot of mail anymore these days. Another reason, of course, you got to use direct mail. You're practically alone in the mailbox, got all their attention. But being an odd size here, square, pretty much. I don't know, maybe it is, but it looks kind of square, oversized. It's kind of thick. Live stamps. Like, man, that's good stuff. Like, that's going to stand out. I got to see what's in it. And so we have a bunch of stuff I get in here. So we have a letter that is wrapped around some other stuff, sending me a big, big, big hint. Read me first. Kind of like, first thing I get is the letter, then I'll see what's on the inside. So let's see the letter. Now, right away, a suggestion I would make is that not to send this blank thing here. It's blank. Yes, of course, there's words on the other side, but what the heck? Like, more space here. Again, take a hint from James Malinchak. I mean, is there something you could have put on the back? Tons of testimony. Here's some testimonials on the bottom, sure. But could have put more and testimonials on the back, anything else. Lots of, I don't know what it's about, but he could have put lots of stuff on the back. Oh, how about that? Thanks for requesting my new book. That's right. Of course I requested his new book. I remember when he posted it into our private forum for my clients, said, who wants a copy? And, of course, I was like, duh. I insist you sign it, in fact. And there's a good headline, although it does have the word I would take that out. But he says, I help companies massively automate their business and marketing systems so they scale in a big way. Emphasis on massively, scale, and big. I was almost pointing to the right words by pure luck. I would take out the word I. Okay, there's a tip for you, just in general, direct anything in direct response marketing. Anywhere you can take out all the I's and put it into you, yours, you're going to be better off. So you might phrase this in the form of a question. Do you want to massively automate your business and marketing systems so you scale in a big way? See, I want to put you instead of I, especially at the start. I don't want to start out. He's already started out with my new book, and I help. So we take out the my also. Take out all the my's and me's and I's and flip them into you's and yours. So instead of thanks for requesting my new book, how about the book you requested is on its way? There you go. And then as an Entreport user, you know the software is capable. Either you've got Entreport dialed in or you don't. If you do, awesome. You're one of the few. See, so he's putting in all the U's now. They're coming in. If you don't, isn't it time you did? What could your business be like if you had an Entreport working for you? Would you reach more people? Would you make a higher income? Would you have more free time? I will help you get there. Get the hint? Got a lot of U's, yours. Excellent job. So now I requested the book, right? What could he have done? Put an envelope with a book in it, like you get from Amazon. Maybe a receipt, maybe a note. Maybe some people would include a note saying, hey, here's my book. Thanks for requesting it, or something like that. What a mistake. Not only do you have the book, but you have this letter goes with it, and then look what he's got. The next step. Schedule a time. It's called a CTA, a call to action. He's calling me to take action. Schedule a time to talk with me about your business at emailsplat.com/schedule. Now, taking the hint that we just got from James Malinchak, who sprung for the $9 and got free VIPguest.com. Anyone have any ideas, or are the wheels turning, that instead of emailsplat.com/, could Neil have possibly sprung for $9 and bought a URL that could have said, and then you redirect it, of course. This is technical stuff. Get your web guy to do it if you don't know, but it would have said, of course, it would have said callwithneil.com. I have callwithsteve.com or helpfromsteve.com. I have so many URLs I don't even know. So he could have had callwithneil.com, and that would redirect to this page, and maybe he could have done that. That's it. Short to the point. Enjoy the book, Neil. And then the testimonials. Neil's great. Neil's awesome. Neil's unbelievable, which he is. And then, guess what? That's the book. I remember him saying, it's just a short book. But, folks, how many people out there have a book? How many don't? If you don't have a book, first of all, you got to have a book, at least one. Every business owner has a book in their head, or else you're in the wrong business. People ask you questions all the time. You got knowledge. You can tell people things that they know or don't know or should know. Look at all these people that are here. Frank is here. Coach is here. Ben is here. Phil Brakefield, Jim, Vince Palco, and Christopher Bell. Just saw you, Vince, in Cleveland. Good to see you again here. And a couple other my clients are in there. Very cool. And so, in fact, Coach is going to be, I'm going to be interviewing Coach live tomorrow. So make sure you don't miss that. I have not checked into my emails or social media since first thing today. So Coach has probably responded to me with what time tomorrow he wants to do that. I guess I should have looked. Put it here, Coach, if you're still around. Let people know so we can tell them when we're going to do that live interview, and they can be there, and they can find out what you're going to talk about, and they can ask you questions, because you don't want to miss Coach any chance you get. I give you a hint. Especially, we might want to do it as early in the morning as possible. Coach will wake you up, my friend. He doesn't have the nickname Coach for nothing. He will wake you up. And Michelle is here. Great to see you. So that's the book, folks. Okay, that's a book. You're the author of the book. So if you're thinking, book, 500 pages, how am I going to do that? What? Yeah. Here you go. Not to mention lots of little charts and whatever. And come on now. This is something that Neil could have spoken into a recorder for maybe an hour, maybe two. There's got a lot of bullet points, so a lot of thought went into these lists of things. But, maybe an hour or two, and even smarter, just take it from your content you already have. If you have a blog, or if you've been like this, I do live videos, which, by the way, watch for some books coming out. I'm having these live videos transcribed. We'll take out the fluff, because, as you know, I apologize, there's a lot of fluff in here. And we'll turn it into several books. So that's the even easier way to have a book that you've already produced. You've already, in a different form. You produced it by, take a tape recorder next time you're on a sales call, or record your phone conversation with a sales call, or go take a recording next time you go see a client and they ask you questions and you answer them and say, hey, let's put that into a book. Just get all the recordings to somebody. If you need somebody, let me know. I have the very best book creator in the world as one of my clients. And she will put it all together and get your book done, and you don't have to think about all the technical stuff. So there it is. The book is Supercharging the Power of Entreport, a Guide to Custom Objects. Neil Christensen. Not an Entreport user, but I know from talking to Neil, custom objects is some new thing they came out with, and he's going to be speaking at the Entrepalooza annual event of the company. This is a marketing software for businesses. And so he is made the guide, a guide. So here, my 2 cents, even though it's already printed, instead of a guide, you could easily just put the guide. In fact, the in italics and underlined is the guide. You want to be even better, call it the ultimate guide. There, the ultimate guide. There going to be plenty of guides, especially if you say a guide. You're almost telling everyone there's plenty of guides. So the guide would be better, but the ultimate guide. There can be plenty of guides. There can only be one ultimate guide. Ultimate means the best. There can only be one. So I've been naming it the ultimate guide to custom objects, Neil Christensen. However, that the fact that he's going to be on stage speaking about it, everyone there is going to get a free copy of the book. And the call to action, I remember we talked about it, is, there it is. Now here's where you got a custom thing here. Text Palooza, a likely story because it's Entrepalooza. Text Palooza to that number to schedule your one-on-one mastermind session with Neil. And he's live at, maybe I need to hold it steady, live at Entrepalooza. So if you're going to Entrepalooza, well, you're getting this book at Entrepalooza. Most of the people other than me that request their preview copy. And while they're there, he's going to have 20 spots available. And he's getting attention by having a little doggy yelling about the 20 spots. Oops, it's on this side. And so that's kind of cool. And then I guess these are objects. Again, I don't know anything about Entrepalooza, but got all different shapes, whatever, so something they would recognize. But there's the call to action. After I'm going to predict this, that before he speaks, maybe 1 or 2 people would sign up. After he speaks, the 20 spots will fill up. There's another hint for you if you attend events. If you recognize a speaker and you want to meet them, go meet them, go talk to them before they speak. After they speak, they're going to be mobbed out of their mind. And some of them got to jet out right after they speak. So there's another tip there. So Neil's got simple enough book, and I believe that he's going to do a good enough job of telling them just enough, but not something, which of course you can't tell them something specific, customized to their situation and or their business. So they're going to want to meet with him. And so then at the end, after he gives the content, at the end, he's given several calls to action here, right? So he's got for a custom entrepreneur setup, go to emailsplat.com/meet. For Automation 101, go to emailsplat/auto101. For custom objects, the missing manual, go to emailsplat.com custom objects. Entrepreneur tips, go to emailsplat.com/tips. Again, I might spring for $50 and get 5 URLs here and say, for Automation 101, go to automation101.com. For custom objects, the missing manual, go to customobjects.com. Entrepreneurcustomobjects.com. I'm pretty sure these are available, something like it. Entrepreneur tips, entrepreneurtips.com. Pretty sure it's available. If not, something like it is available. Thebestentrepreneurtips.com. Custom entrepreneur setups, email/meet. But I would say customentrepreneursetups.com. I would just do that, which, by the way, again, advanced tip for another day, but that allows you later on as you grow your business to sell off parts of the business. You could sell the entire automation101.com party or Entreport automation101.com part of your business. It's a whole separate website, entity, follow-up, order forms, system of how you deliver it, blah, blah, blah. So you become, Neil here could be, he's making it all emailsplat.com/ all under one roof. I think I'm pretty sure he would portray a bigger picture if he had several URLs and go even further, spring for $5 on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and get logos made up for each one. So now he would be appearing as having an empire of companies. Wow, this Neil Christensen, first of all, he is really somebody, but that would really put forth the message that, wow, he's really somebody. Look at all the different businesses that he's got under his umbrella. He's got Automation 101. He's got custom setups. He's got whatever else he talked about. So, and then when he adds another one, he adds another one. And next year, he'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different companies, different websites, different systems, different everything, different follow-up marketing. I mean, if you're watching Neil, I really suggest you do that. And then on the back, he's got about the author. And very cool picture of him as a business casual, approachable, smile. He is the nicest guy in the world, and he is brilliant, and he is really amazing at this Entreport stuff. And see, he released his first book on Entreport. Gee, I wonder where he came up with this title, The Ultimate Guide to Rules in Entreport. So, Neil, if you're watching, why you took my advice last year, why wouldn't you have The Ultimate Guide to Custom Objects in Entreport? And then next year, that's because he was speaking last year. I'm like, you got to have a book when you're speaking. Now he's got a book because he's speaking again. And then next, or even if he's not, just attending, you got to have a new book every year. Next year, Entreport will come out with something new. And Neil ought to publish, be the first one, the only one there to publish The Ultimate Guide to whatever the heck they release next year. And you could have had The Ultimate Guide to series. I would, in the next printing, I would rename that book The Ultimate Guide to Entreport Custom Objects. So now you're the author of The Ultimate Guide to Rules in Entreport, or to Custom Objects in Entreport. The Ultimate Guide to Custom Objects in Entreport. Next year, it's The Ultimate Guide to Blank in Entreport. How cool is that? I mean, we just talked about Jack Canfield, right, at James Malinchek's event. Chicken Soup for the Soul, 230-plus titles. Anyone familiar with how that works? Chicken Soup for the Soul for the teenager. Chicken Soup for the teenage soul. Chicken Soup for the student soul. Chicken Soup for the senior soul. Chicken Soup for the woman soul. Say that 10 times fast. I can't even say it once. So there you go. So this is not part of a campaign, as I thought maybe it could be in the beginning. This is the piece that actually, the book that I requested. Go figure. I requested it, and then when it came in the mail, I'm like, I wonder what that is. Oh, which actually tells you something. Like, yeah, Neil, we've talked about this before. How about now? So here you go. So I'm thinking this is a solicitation, a direct mail piece trying to get me to go to a seminar or go to a website or do something or call or what it takes to, buy something. Who knows? No, it's information I requested. Heck, here is the book you requested. Now it has practically no chance of getting thrown out. I can't even imagine someone when they're told, here's the book you requested, going, that's junk mail, tossing it out. But I can see some small percentage of people like me. Neil, here's a lesson for everybody, then we'll let you go, is to Neil. Do you think Neil is thinking about his book these days? Do you think he's thinking about speaking on stage and his book and getting it out there and promoting it? Pretty much all he's thinking about, right? Except for helping all the clients he's getting for the book. Do you think I'm thinking about his book, or you, or anyone? No, even though I requested it several weeks ago, or it could have been a week ago. I've already moved on to 700 million other sales messages I've gotten and I've responded to, and I've clicked on an email, and I've done this. I've been at two events. I've had all kinds of speakers telling me about their thing and this thing. I've had all the sponsorship booths. I've been inundated with people giving me their books. If I showed you a stack, maybe I'll do that one of these days, but I came home with a stack of books from these events. The authors are like, here are my books. Again, you got to have a book. And so everyone's handing me their books. Oh, and I did request that it would be a signed copy. Did I get a signed copy, Neil? Neil. Yo, dude. What is up with that? I'm pretty sure I requested, if not demanded, a signed copy, which I do now, because, of course, I'll see you. You're a client of mine, and you got to sign my copy. That could have been smart for Neil. He could have said, like, yeah, I'm going to make you come see me sometime when I'm speaking somewhere. Not me. Of course he's going to see me, but somebody else. Anyway, so there's a few changes I would make, but most of all, to the envelope, you do not want to get these thrown out by someone like me thinking, that's junk mail. Now, of course, someone like me, a sharp marketer, thinks junk mail, awesome, free marketing education. Let me check that out and maybe even share it with my students and my audience and my clients. But most people think junk mail is a bad thing, and they don't understand. So even business owners don't get it. They throw out tons of free education because they go, junk mail, yeah, let me just, put my name really big on the top of my head and not get any calls and blame the newspaper or the yellow pages or the website or the billboard or the whatever. Let's just blame the way that I'm using to get my message out there instead of fix the message. So, but when someone's requested something, man, put that on there. Even if you're not going to put it on the envelope, you got a mailing label. It's got to go on there somewhere. Okay, here's the information you requested. Here's the book you requested. Open immediately. The book you requested is inside. Here's the book you wanted. Here's the book you asked for. Like, you're reminding me, I asked for something. Of course I'm going to open it. Now, again, I'm his client. He's my client. Of course, I'm opening it. I'm Steve Sipress. Of course, I'm opening something like this. I got to see what's in there. You don't want to get that lost. Okay, that's it for Direct Mail Monday. As always, at the end, let's go to the questions, comments, concern. Dr. Justin Potts has joined us. And I saw some likes coming across. Thank you for those. I don't see any questions, comments, concerns. Is everyone just bored to death, or do you know all this stuff? And is that, or is it overwhelming, maybe, or it was entertaining, but you really don't care that much? Interesting. Well, if you're watching this on the replay, as always, post your comments, questions, concerns, issues, feedback of any kind, and I respond to any that, of course, bear responding to, and I'll help you out. And that's it for Direct Mail Monday. So for my Halloween-themed rhino with his little trick-or-treat bag dressed as a mummy, I will be off today. I'll be back tomorrow, Halloween, with Topical Tuesday. And I just gave you a little hint about what topic I'll be talking about tomorrow on Halloween. Can you guess? Talk to you then. Thanks for being here today. Bye-bye.